Hello and welcome to the Essential Being podcast with myself, your host, Jolene Whiting. I have been a pole dance teacher for nearly 20 years. I'm also a yoga instructor, and my favourite pastimes are connecting to my own sensuality, connecting with the world, and connecting with animals as well. In this podcast, you'll find new and inventive ways of how you see yourself, connecting yourself with others, and also how you see and view the world around you. In this episode, we are going to be looking at two different ways of how we can approach the subject of what we eat and how we exercise. Welcome everybody. I hope you are having a fantastic day. I have a little something which I think about every now and again, and it's relating to eating and exercise. So I like to think about eating for the body, but exercising for the soul, rather than eating for the soul and exercising for the body. Now, both of the things are true. You could do this either way and still have good points. So I'm just going to point out the things that I feel are relevant with these. So eating for the body rather than eating for the soul, the difference would be, now there is a balance in life, and that's what you need to find for yourself. Okay, but if you eat for the soul, you're probably going to be eating when you're over emotional, if you're tired, or if you've had a bad day, you're going to have some wine because you've had a bad day, not because you necessarily want the wine, but you're having it because you feel like that's what you need for your soul. It's kind of, you're looking at food as an escape sometimes. Yeah, or we can look at it for a reward. It goes the other way, I've done so well on this, I get to eat this, So it's, things like binging, overeating, eating issues and disorders can come in when we purely eat for the soul. When you can recognize the difference, that's when you can get the balance. So I'm not saying don't do something, I'm saying find your balance. If you are eating for your body, that's different, because you'll start to tap into, well, I'm about to go to bed in a minute, so I am hungry, what do I need to eat? I'm not going to have a great big meal before I go to bed. I don't want to have a load of sugar before I go to bed. So you might, have something high protein or something that works for you, that isn't going to be like a slow releasing carb that you need throughout the night. You don't need that. So you'll start thinking about what you need to eat for what you've got coming up in your day. So you'll be focusing on the needs of your body rather than the wants of your soul and your emotional state. You'll probably find that when you start eating for your body, you will care more about what's in your food. You might even want to prepare it yourself and make it at home rather than buying shop-bought ready-made things or quick food, fast food. So that can change when you start trying to eat more for your body. And particularly if you're doing some sort of weight loss calorie thing, you'll probably find that if you go on and you use all the low calorie things, there's nothing in there. There's nothing in there of substance that your body can actually use. So you'll start probably thinking, well, that's no good, like a rice cake. Where's the goodness in that? There's nothing in that. You might as well just eat cardboard. There's no point to it. But what could I eat to give my body the fuel that it needs while still trying to stay with whatever goal you're trying to achieve, if you're a goal person? So that's two ways of thinking about that. So you've got eating for your body versus eating for your soul. Then the other one is the exercise part. Exercising for your soul versus exercising for your body. Now again, particularly with this one, the opposite is also true. So I like to try and adopt the approach of exercising for my soul. That's kind of my main bit. Like I said, you've got to find a balance with this. So when you exercise for your soul, you're more likely to pick things that you find fulfilling and fun, happy. Maybe you're with people, not all the time. You might like to work out on your own, which is fine. I like both. So, you might find you want to do a sport, or you might want to do a dance, or you might want to do some sort of class where you're with people. The enjoyment factor can be very high on the list when you're exercising for your soul versus exercising for your body. Oh, well, I've got to do this. I've got to do that. You get into a different mindset. Now, a lot of people say that they don't like the gym, but they still go. Well, what's the point in going if you don't like something? Or you're playing a sport and you think that's what you should be doing or something. It could be anything. I'm not here to demonize gyms because I personally love them, because I love the headspace with the movement that I get. I find that sort of thing quite freeing in my mind, and it allows my mind to then wander and be more creative. That's what I get. But some people don't get that, and they're there for a slog. And I think, what is the point? Life is short. But now, where the opposite of this is true, there is some stuff that your body will need you to do. Yeah. This is different for everybody, but I personally find, for example, if I go to the gym, I find it very much supports both my yoga and my dance. I'm not someone who's highly focused on the gym. I'm highly focused on my body. So I don't go to the gym with the focus of, I'm going to hit this, or I'm going to do this, I'm going to get a new personal best. I'm not that sort of person. I very much go with the flow. I treat it a little bit like how I dance. It's a bit more like, oh, how's my body feeling today? We're feeling strong. Let's push. I'm not. Okay, I won't. I'm very much like that. And everyone's very different. But I feel that there are certain things that you need to do for your body. I don't know what this is. This is what you need to come up with. But you need to work out what are those areas of your body. Maybe you do a hell of a lot of gym and you love it, but you're getting so strong that you are losing mobility and you're losing flexibility in your body. So maybe you've got to think, oh, well, maybe I need to do a little bit more of that. So you go down that route. So when you start doing that sort of thing, you're not necessarily exercising for the soul, are you? Because you're thinking, wow, I do need to do this. So what I'm saying is there is a balance, yeah? So both of these sides of the coin, your soul and your body, are true. But try your best to find your own balance. My personal balance is most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, I am eating for my body and I am exercising for my soul. The other way is try not to be too much in this side of eating for the soul and exercising for the body. Find your own balance and what works for you. Yeah? So just try and respect yourself a little bit more when it comes to food, and try and find the enjoyment and pleasure in your life when it comes to exercise. I'm gonna love and leave you there. Thank you so much for listening. Remember to lead through your life with your heart and to live with intention. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode, please do share it with your friends and on social media. If you have the time to rate or review this podcast, I'd be ever so grateful. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, you can find me at Jolene Sensual Being. The links to my YouTube and to sign up to my mailing list will be in the show notes as well. I look forward to speaking with you again very soon.